Gervonta Davis just posted that he would beat the brakes off of you if you guys fight.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be down. Let's run it. Like, I'll be super, super down. I don't know if
Gervonta needs Jake Paul. Let's be clear, right?
is there a height limit in
Man, what even is this? Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis.
The hell, boy.
Fans staying patient, loyal, begging for real fights, while the one man who truly earned it, Lamont Roach, has been stuck in line like it's the DMV, waiting on that rematch.
Lamont Roach reacted to this news by calling Gervonta Davis a duck, while Ryan Garcia said that the WWE influence has officially spilled over the boxing industry.
Yet, what do we get? Tank versus Paul. Man, seriously. Boxing just slipped us a circus ticket when we paid for history. And the craziest part, I still can't figure out how Jake Paul made this happen. What did he pitch? Yo, Tank, I'll throw you a Netflix bag fat enough to cover your retirement tour. And Tank probably shrugged like, bet legacy can wait.
He is big. Tank has a lot of skill, but I don't think he's the same Tank that we saw the most incredible knockouts. We saw him, Lamont Roach performed great. I don't know if he loves it enough to beat a guy who outweighs him by 80 to 100.
Instead of running it back with Roach, he's sprinting toward Jake's cash register. Like, forget belts, forget history. Tank stared at that check and saw palm trees and daily vacations. Jake ain't selling a fight. He's offering a retirement package with bonus miles. And the wildest part, Tank signed it like it was his 2 weeks' notice. Is boxing really just about money now? Because even great fighters like Davis diving into the payday pool got the sport looking funny.
So much about him fighting somebody your size. His next opponent is by far, he's the most credentialed guy he's ever fought. There's one problem. He fights at 135.
Jake looks desperate, chasing validation from real fighters. And Tank looks greedy, dodging real competition. Fans wanted fire. Instead, we got fireworks from Party City. That's like canceling Thanksgiving dinner just to eat microwave noodles. This sport's supposed to be about legacy, belts, and greatness, but lately it feels more like contracts, clout, and clickbait.
He's not interested in chasing greatness. Not everyone is like that. What he's interested in is money. And I don't think any of us should judge in that respect. Like, the bottom line is until you're put in that position, what would you do? Would you really turn down 30 million just because someone said that I should be chasing legacy?
And after all that circus chatter about Tank versus Jake Paul, you and I both know who's sitting in the corner like, yo, what about me? Lamont Roach Jr. This man's been waiting on that rematch like he's holding a ticket at the DMV. But instead of Tank calling his number, Tank's out here booking a Netflix special with Jake Paul. Roach kept it 100 in his interview. Straight up said, the rematch don't even look like it's happening. That's wild.
Well, first off, the rematch, yes, it don't look like it's happening. As far as my future, man, we moving on. We can't just sit around and drag our feet. I mean, like I said, we're not going to sit and wait. I think their best bet is to, try to structure something.
Imagine pushing a world champ to the edge. The entire boxing world screaming for part 2. And the answer you get? Tank versus YouTube highlight reels. If I were Roach, I'd feel like boxing just left me on read. And the way Roach put it, you could hear the frustration. Man, we're not just going to sit and drag our feet. He even admitted Tank's camp hasn't said a word about business, which makes it feel like Tank already packed his bags.
So, that's what it is, and that's what it's looking like. Again, we still haven't heard from his camp, like, specifically when it comes to the business. So, it is what it is.
Roach knows is not the so-called cash cow, but is chasing greatness, not clout. And when they asked if Tank even wants to fight, Roach didn't even blink. He hit us with a cold. Honestly, no. And just when we thought this Roach saga couldn't get any messier, Shakur Stevenson popped up like, forget that. Fight me instead. You, me, we all know that's the matchup boxing's starving for. Roach deserved his rematch, no question. But Tank versus Shakur, that's legacy written in bold.
Maybe he'll fight Jake Paul instead. What do you think of that?
I think that's terrible.
Why?
I mean, I get it because at the end of the day, it's the money business thing. You want to make the most money, but from what I'm hearing, he can make more money in a fight with.
And instead, Tank's looking at Jake like Netflix just dropped him a coupon code. And Shakur even tossed Jake a little compliment, saying he's improved and might even be champ one day. Bro, that's like saying your uncle who hoops at the Y might get drafted to the NBA. Respectfully, not happening. But that's Shakur's style. Cool, calculated, throwing shade with a straight face. Bottom line, Shakur spelled it out. Tank chasing Jake looks like a money grab. But Tank versus Shakur, that's the fight you, me, and the whole boxing world would actually line up for.
Do I think he beats Jake? Yeah. I mean,
It's a huge size advantage, though.
it is, but I think Tank got the skills to make sure he come out on top.
Do you think that Jake has gone better?
Yeah, I think actually Jake got tremendously.
So after Shakur kept it cool, Eddie Hearn rolled in sounding like the professor of boxing economics. And you, me, we all heard him. He said this Tank versus Jake Paul thing ain't even real boxing. Exhibition rules, 14-ounce pillows, weight classes looking like a video game glitch. Jake walking around at 210 while Tank barely cracks 135. That's not a matchup. That's a magic trick. Eddie even admitted he hates these circus fights.
Gervonta Davis and you're being offered 20, 30, 40 million, whatever the number is, and you're getting 7 or 8 to fight Lamont Roach in a 50-50, what are you going to do? I mean, maybe the kid's half checked out of the game anyway.
But then he flipped it and said, well, if somebody waved 30 million at you instead of 7, what would you do? And he's not wrong. We'd all probably be on the first flight to Netflix headquarters with gloves and the carry-on. The problem is, Tank used to be about smoke and legacy. Now it feels like he's clocking in for a celebrity spa. And the way Eddie hinted Tank might already be half checked out, that stung. Like fans wanted him locked in for Lamont Roach. And instead we're watching him gear up for Jake Paul.
These exhibitions, I hate these 14-ounce gloves. I don't know what it's going to be, but like, you know, you've now got Jake who's a 210, 220 pounder fighting a 135 pounder.
The man who sells more pay-per-views than he throws real combinations. That's not a super fight. That's a side quest with a giant payday attached. Eddie kept it businesslike, but Tim Bradley Jr. pulled up in his car and said, forget the business. This is straight circus. And you know what? He ain't lying. Man compared it to Bigfoot versus Littlefoot. Andre the Giant versus Wee Man. That's the kind of size mismatch we're about to see on Netflix. You, me. We all know it's wild when a Hall of Famer calls it Circus Olay before the first punch even lands.
Gonna look weird, man. This is gonna be super duper weird looking at freaking Gervonta Davis and having Jake Paul coming in there 40 pounds, 50 pounds heavier than him. Man, this don't make...
Bradley cooked Jake for being 200 plus pounds fighting a 135 pounder, then turned the smoke on Tank too, saying this is nothing but a late career money grab. And he went in on PBC like they lost Canelo. So now Jake Paul's the savior. That's not a fight announcement. That's an episode of Shark Tank. Picture Jake walking in with his YouTube beard as extra chin protection. Like Bradley joked, man basically said Jake's out here selling beard insurance with every hook.
He at the end of it. He just trying to get this money and he trying to sell off. He trying to go buy his own damn island. That's what he want to do. He want to be by himself with his kids. He don't want to be around no women, nobody. He want to be chilling by himself with his kids, hanging out, singing Kumbaya songs.
But the wildest part, Bradley admitted is still going to watch. That's what makes it crazy. He roasted the fight top to bottom, called it weird, dangerous, even accused Tank of checking out of the game. But at the end, he said, oh, I'll be watching. Netflix got me. That's the vibe right now. We can roast it. We can hate it. But when the circus tent goes up, we're all peeking inside. So here we are, boxing fans, standing in line for history and getting handed circus popcorn instead. Tank versus Jake Paul ain't the fight we asked for. But it's the one we're all about to rubberneck anyway. It's wild. It's messy. It's money over legacy. And whether we love it or hate it, we're tuning in. Just to see if Tank retires with a bag or if Jake's beard really got championship-level chin insurance.
A payday? Hell yeah, it's a payday. Ooh, it's a payday out of this world. Man, Tank Davis is, hey, he's saving PBC. You know PBC ain't getting no money from Amazon.
Either way, The sport looks insane right now, and that's exactly why none of us can look away. Drop your thoughts on this whole Davis versus Paul circus down in the comments. I need to know if you're buying popcorn or skipping this one. And make sure to subscribe to Boxing Headquarters, because if you don't, I might have to send Tank Davis to your living room for a surprise sparring session.